Angelina Jolie is making a triumphant return to the big screen in Hollywood, and this time she's stepping into one of her most challenging roles yet. After 8 long years entangled in one of the messiest divorces in Tinseltown, Jolie, now 49, made a dazzling comeback at the Venice Film Festival, stealing the spotlight with her breathtaking performance in Maria. The biopic, centered on opera legend Maria Callas during her final days in Paris, marked a triumphant return for Jolie, who seemed to step out of the shadows and back into the Hollywood limelight. Once known as Hollywood's wild child, Jolie rocked the 2000 Academy Awards with her bad girl image, snatching her first Oscar for Girl, Interrupted. Back then, she shocked the world, sharing an intimate kiss with her brother and flaunting a vial of then-husband Billy Bob Thornton's blood around her neck. But that era has long passed. Fast forward to today, and Jolie has transformed into the epitome of elegance and sophistication. Her focus is now entirely on her craft, with a fresh image backed by a stunning campaign with designer Tom Ford. With Maria, she's generating serious Oscar buzz once again, and it's clear she's in it to win it. The film's premiere at Venice earned an almost 9-minute standing ovation, and according to Variety, it's the first role in years that truly showcases Jolie's immense talent. In a fitting twist of fate, while Jolie was basking in her glory, ex-husband Brad Pitt also made his way to the festival. However, his film Wolves barely made a splash, receiving a lukewarm reception and a much shorter ovation. The contrast couldn't be more striking, but Jolie didn't just slip into the role of Callas, she dedicated herself to it. For 7 intense months, she trained rigorously, taking vocal lessons that pushed her to her limits. Rumor has it, her voice was so good it was blended with Callas's iconic tones in the film. While some reviews have claimed Jolie was lip-syncing, director Pablo Larraín set the record straight. It's actually Jolie's voice merged with Callas's, especially in scenes where Callas's voice was fading in her later years. This wasn't just any role for Jolie, it was a monumental challenge. At the Venice Film Festival, Jolie admitted to being terrified of singing opera. Facing her fears head-on, she performed at the world-renowned La Scala Opera House in Milan. She told reporters, "My first days were intimate, with only a few crew members. But by the end, I was standing at La Scala, in front of hundreds, terrified." Maria is just the beginning of Jolie's major resurgence. This year has been a turning point for her, not only with her role in the film, but also with her new fashion venture, Atelier Jolie. The brand, which opened its doors in downtown Manhattan earlier this year, has already made waves. As one Hollywood insider puts it, this is Jolie's big renaissance, and she's embracing every moment of it. In June, Angelina Jolie added yet another accolade to her impressive career, taking home her first Tony Award as a producer of Broadway's The Outsiders. And this win wasn't just personal, it was a family affair. Her 16-year-old daughter, Vivian, was the one who initially introduced her to the show after seeing it during its run in San Diego. The mother-daughter duo worked closely together on the production, adding yet another layer to Jolie's growing legacy as both an actress and a producer. But that's not all. As the 8th anniversary of the infamous plane ride from Nice to LA approaches, the flight that sparked her high-profile divorce from Brad Pitt, Jolie is making headlines again, this time with her latest directorial project, Without Blood. The film, a war drama starring Salma Hayek, is set to premiere at the Toronto Film Festival this Sunday. Not only did Jolie direct the movie, but she also wrote the screenplay, showcasing her multifaceted talent behind the camera. Hayek, who has worked with numerous directors throughout her career, praised Jolie as probably the best director I've ever worked with, a compliment that further cements Jolie's reputation in the industry. Without Blood marks a significant milestone for Jolie, as it is part of a 3-year deal she struck in 2022 with UK-based Fremantle to produce and star in a variety of projects. And once again, this film was a family affair. 2 of her 3 sons, Maddox, 23, and Pax, 20, both contributed behind the scenes. The boys have been working alongside their mother since her 2016 film, First They Killed My Father. For Maria and Without Blood, they served in the assistant director department, making it a true family production. Jolie spoke about the joy of working with her sons, saying, "When a film crew is at its best, it feels like a big family, so it felt natural." She also revealed that during particularly tough moments, her boys would offer support by simply giving her a hug or a cup of tea, which helped her push through the more emotionally challenging scenes. Jolie's personal life, especially her split from Pitt, has often overshadowed her professional achievements in recent years. Known for her humanitarian work with the UNHCR, her family's healing journey, and her role as a mother, Jolie has carried the weight of public scrutiny for years. Despite the glowing reviews for her performance in Maria, some critics remain skeptical of her new image. One critic from New York Magazine went so far as saying, as a celebrity, she stripped from her image entirely, emphasizing instead her identity as a filmmaker, a human rights activist, and a mother. While some may find her Madonna-like transformation less compelling, there's no denying the power of Jolie's resurgence as a force both in front of and behind the camera. Though legally declared single in 2019, Jolie and Pitt's divorce continues to drag on, plagued by nasty legal battles over their French chateau, Miraval, and its lucrative rosé business. But as their children grow older, the custody battle has become less pressing, with only their 16-year-old twins, Vivian and Knox, still at the center of negotiations. Meanwhile, it seems Jolie's relationship with her other children has strengthened. Pax has openly criticized his father, referring to him as an a-hole, and daughters Shiloh, Zahara, and Vivian have reportedly stopped using Pitt's last name altogether. The fracture between Pitt and his 4 eldest children is stark, with many believing they have little to no contact with him. Some have pointed fingers at Angelina Jolie for dragging her divorce from Brad Pitt into a public spectacle, with critics saying she crossed the line by accusing Pitt of abusing their children during that infamous 2016 flight from France. The accusations, which led to an FBI investigation, never resulted in charges against Pitt. He has always denied any physical abuse and claims the incident was a wake-up call that pushed him to quit drinking. Yet, the details of the incident emerged through a lawsuit and a redacted FBI report, keeping the drama alive in the media. While Jolie's camp has stayed silent, declining to comment for this story, the industry remains divided on her. A well-known Hollywood producer, who preferred to remain anonymous, offered a harsh critique stating, "She's not without talent, but she's a little crazy. What she did to Brad Pitt, accusing him of beating the kids, was horrible. Yeah, people respect her, but she's a nut." This harsh judgment reflects the lingering tensions surrounding Jolie's reputation, particularly in the wake of her highly publicized divorce. Not everyone shares this view. Veteran publicist Peggy Siegel, who has known Jolie since 2000, suggests there's more to the story than the media's portrayal of Jolie as a villain. Siegel said, "She's got a big renaissance going on right now, and I'm thrilled for her. When I first met her, she was simply John Voight's daughter. Now, she's one of the most beautiful women in the world, and while she may seem cold or distant, once you get to know her, she's warm, friendly, and even has a great sense of humor." As for the ongoing feud between Jolie and Pitt, Siegel remains baffled by the drama. "I don't really understand the mishagos, the craziness between them. It diminishes them both. I hope they can put it behind them because Angelina is a bombshell and an incredible talent. She doesn't need this mess clouding her legacy." Despite the controversy, it's clear that Jolie's talent and beauty continue to captivate audiences and colleagues alike. Whether or not she can shake off the shadow of her messy divorce, her undeniable renaissance in Hollywood proves she's far from done with her career. The world may have once seen her as a rebel, but today, Jolie is crafting a legacy that extends far beyond tabloid headlines.